Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Tim's Vintage World Pickups. Now, I was able to return to Belgium for the first time in over 6 months, and I had some stuff waiting for me over there, which I bought online, and I also was able to visit a thrift store. Now, the problem is I didn't get any footage because there wasn't that much to show, but because it was retro week, I did manage to pick up some cool stuff. And I missed out on something amazing because they had it up for auction, otherwise, I would have bought it right away. I think I made a picture and I'll probably show it later on when I tell you about it. But first, let's start with an online purchase I made in Germany. It was a big box full of mostly Kinder Egg toys and a lot of miscellaneous. It was just, I think this guy just took out his drawers, emptied them in the box, and he sold everything for a cheap price. Now, on the pictures, I saw a couple of things that interested me, and I was curious to see what I could find inside this mystery box. Now, first thing, the main reason I bought it was because I saw this figure. So this is Mr. Sleaze from the Police Academy toy line from Kenner. He was a little bit dirty, but he is in good condition and his function works. So there's a gun that pops out when you touch his hand. I think he came with two poodles, two dogs, but this one is of course missing his accessories. But like I said, this was the main reason I picked it up. This figure alone is worth the money I paid for the entire lot. Now, another thing that was in this box is this vintage 1986 glowworm. I cleaned it up a bit, but it looks like he has seen some things. He doesn't look really good, but at least, yeah, it's vintage. And then we have this little Tonka figure, which is I don't know if you guys know Keepers, which was a girly toy. It was like you had a horse, a swan, and with a key you could open it up, put stuff in, and it was like a little hiding spot. Now these came along with it, but I don't recall the name. Uh, Keepers is the name of the toy line, and maybe these were Finders, so Keepers, Finders. I have to look it up again. But this is also 80s, so another vintage toy. Another thing I saw on the pictures were these McDonald's game day cards from NFL. These are from 1993, so quite old, not really vintage, but still old enough. And it's a bunch of cards you got with McDonald's menus, I think. I'm not a big fan of NFL. I think it's cool. I even watched the game live in San Diego a couple of years ago, but I'm more of a NBA guy, Chicago Bulls. So there are a couple of names that ring a bell, like John Elway, Troy Aikman, Dan Marino, but the others, I have no idea if they're still playing or if they were any good. But again, it's a cool pack of cards. Uh, like I said, the box was filled with kid stuff, Kinder Egg stuff, all kinds of toys. I have to go through it once more to see if I missed anything. There were also some Disney figures and like Nestle Peter Pan toys. But overall, it was a good deal. And we'll see, maybe we'll discover another treasure. Now, Let's see what I'm gonna show you. So I went to Belgium. I visited the thrift store, and they had this display case with some cool figures, some vintage figures, and I picked some up. So first we have Mossman. So his leg is crooked, but he still has most of his moss. So missing a little bit on top. I think I paid €4 for this one. The good thing is they had some complete figures and they were quite pricey. So for a thrift store that is. But they always sell the weapons for cheap. So I got like, this is Beastman's armor, I think. €1. So then we have this blue axe for €1. I bought Hordak armor for €2, and I bought Hordak for €5, I think. But when I got home, I just put the armor on and he lost his legs. So I will have to finally try the restoration manual I saw online and try to put these. I do have some new rubber bands, but I'll have to try and fit it back together because he was standing quite well before, and then yeah, it just broke off when I got home. But he has his armor, so that's a good thing. And he came with the bat, which is broken, of course, but it's there. Another weapon I picked up for €1. And this is, I think, this is one of the Skeletor figures. This is part of one of those figures' armor. And this one was on Hordak when I bought him. So just half of it. Another one with chest plate. I think again €5 or so. So this one is in really good condition, not dirty, and he stands really good. So this was from one thrift store, and then they had another case next to it with the stuff they sold through auction. So you had to fill in a piece of paper, put in your offer, and mine was probably way too low, but because I think it's at €90 now. It was Black Star, complete in box. It was one of the creatures. It was a big animal. I can't recall the name right now, but I will try to show a picture somewhere here. A quick picture I took in the case. I would have bought it instantly if it was for the price that was marked. The starting offer was €25. I was like, hell yeah. But it's at 90, so they won't call me. After this, we went to another thrift store a bit further away. There was nothing retro there. It was really, just like a normal day. I don't know if everything was sold or they didn't have anything. But I managed to pick up Cheetara for 50 cents. She was lying in between the toys. So again, it's not much, but it's a 50-cent Thundercats figure. In the first thrift store, I forgot to tell this, I also bought this mask vehicle with a figure, which isn't the right figure. Mask Switchblade, I believe. Now it isn't complete, and they put a rubber band around it, so it will probably fall apart when I take it away. But it is just what it is. There are quite some pieces here. The cabin falls off quite easily, but otherwise for €5, that's why I don't think there were a lot of collectors that dropped by or were already, because it started the day before. The retro week started the day before, and this was still lying on the table for €5, and any vintage toy collector picks this up for €5. So probably I got lucky. And the good thing is I already have one. This one I bought a while ago when I was still able to visit some flea markets. This one is missing some more pieces, I think. It does have his wing, but maybe I can complete it, make one complete vehicle out of it. So that would be a great deal. I'll have to try and put them together because it's always risky with these old toys, but we'll see. So we've got 2 switchblades, and hopefully we'll make one complete out of it. So I'm gonna put this aside so we can have a little bit more room here on the table. Another thing I picked up at the thrift store was this plushie. This is a All-Star from the Snorks. This was quite popular in Belgium because the guy who drew them, the creator of the Snorks, he was a Belgian guy, and so he teamed up with Hanna-Barbera to make a cartoon out of it. I was a big fan of the Snorks when I was a kid, and I paid €4 for All-Star in a little rough condition. He has paint wear on the eyes, but he's from the 80s, made by Applause, so it's a no-brainer. These were the only real vintage toys, action figures that were there. The rest was like Fisher Price and Matchbox, and I'm not really into that, so I just left it there. Another something entirely different is this model train made by Lima, which is an Italian company. And the reason I bought this is because this is a Belgian wagon. So I traveled a lot. I used to work for the Belgian Railroad, and I traveled a lot in these when I went to work. And so this is just a bit of nostalgia here. And it's complete in box, so why not? Just a souvenir of days gone by. Now, I have 2 more things to show you guys, and I'll save the best for last, and we'll continue with this. This isn't a model kit, even though it looks cool, but the guy shipped it in this box. It would have been a really cool model bike, because LA Chopper, Street Chopper. It's old, you can smell it. Now this is Major Matt Mason, made by Mattel. This is 1966, so these guys are old. They're like these bendy figures. You can see, you can bend them in any way, and I have 2 of them. One with the red suit, one with the white. This one has really some bad paint wear on his butt. And then there's a lot of accessories. We have a helmet and just a bunch of, this looks like it's melted. Boat. This is an inflatable shelter, space portable SP7 valve connector. So this is like it's like a tunnel. 1968. I haven't been through all of this before because just a bunch of stuff. Propellers. Oh, here's another helmet, and this one is complete. There we go. Looks great. All kinds of stuff. Some smalls, like a video camera, binoculars. I'm not sure if everything is from Matt Mason. If it's from the same toy line, because I think so, but we have another moon thing, a gun. Yeah, just a bunch of stuff. Nothing is complete. It seems like they have a function, but it probably won't work anymore. It's all with strings and stuff. Space sled. It's probably everything is Matt Mason, but like I said, look at this. This melted. I don't know how. This used to be like a rubbery, I think it was the same kind of material. You could bend it, but it just got hard and it's all melted. Now, these are quite rare, and I see them go for quite some money on eBay. Like, I don't know, a bunch of accessories and a couple of figures go for 60-70 euros. I didn't pay that. I paid quite less. So I think I got a good deal. I'll have to check everything out, search online and see what it was, what goes with what. But nonetheless, some new stuff for the collection. And now I'm gonna show you guys something I paid quite some money for, but I wanted it. I saw it and I thought about it and I was like, I'm going to spend the money or not. It wasn't a huge amount of money, but it's more than I usually pay for toys. It's not like 10-15 euros. I think I paid 80 or so, but I just couldn't let go and I had to buy it. And maybe you guys know when I show you guys this figure, because this is the figure that goes along with it. Now, it's from a movie from the 80s. So this one is figure is 1983, so early 80s. And this is a pilot. It's about a helicopter, and it's called Blue Thunder. Now, I watched this movie as a kid and I loved it. I remember, I believe at the end, he puts the helicopter on the railroad tracks and there's a train that just drives through it and blows it up. And I was like, oh no. But this thing is in great condition. As you can see, I think it has all of the stickers. The propeller is there, it turns. We've got the weapon here at the front. This opens up so you can put the pilot in. And the good thing is, it came with the box. Now there are no inserts, so it was just packed really well in plastic and paper. But the box is a little bit rough, but it is there. So as you can see, here you have the actors who played in the movie. And I didn't know they made toys about this movie, because I liked it. It was a good movie, but it's not like it was that popular. I think maybe in the 80s, but nowadays you don't really hear a lot about Blue Thunder. Not like you hear about the other 80s movies like Rambo and such. But so yeah, I was quite excited to see this. I realized they made toys. I think it's only this helicopter, but I saw it a while ago, and I just came across this piece. It was made by Multi Toys Corporation, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna spend it. I'm gonna spend the money. This is gonna be a great display piece. It's gonna be in my collection, probably without the box, because I need some room. We're gonna move in a couple of months, and we're gonna rent a house, and I'm gonna have a display case in the living room, and this will be one of the main pieces in there. It's really cool. And this came fully assembled, so I'm quite astonished that it still has all of its pieces. Nothing broke off, so it was taken good care of. This is very, very happy to land this. We'll see, maybe we'll come find a clip or so that we can put in the video, and you'll see it now. We're gonna go out with a bang, and it was this chopper, Blue Thunder, and Tim's Vintage World. Sorry about the noise. There's this talking monkey in this underneath this table that keeps talking or laughing when I press on the top. So we're gonna go out with a bang. Blue Thunder, Tim's Vintage World. Thanks for watching. If you haven't done already, please subscribe. I did gain some new subscribers, but YouTube also took about 7 away or so, which is quite sad. I was at 140, and then I dropped back to 130, 130 something. So hit that subscribe button, the notification bell if you want to see more. And thanks you all for watching. See you next time. Take care. Bye.